drifts ashore. Lambo fishermen are still unable to fish. Signal Hill Secondary to host stakeholder meeting after stabbing incident. And in sport, we'll tell you about a growing interest in Footletics. Good evening, I'm Patricia Nicholson-Richards. This is your Tobago Updates television news for Monday, February 19th, 2024. Topping the news tonight, police have confirmed that a parcel that washed ashore along Cove on Sunday afternoon did in fact contain cocaine. It's unclear if the package came from the Gulf Stream vessel that remains overturned in the waters outside of Cove. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
Senior Superintendent of the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service, Rodale Kirk, confirmed that a package was found containing cocaine.
So over the weekend, what we noticed is that suspicious package was discovered in the Cove area, and initial tests revealed that it may be cocaine.
He gave details about what the package entailed.
It's a single packet. It's about 1 kilogram. With a street value of over $500,000. And again, this is an investigation that is ongoing.
Whether it came from the Gulf Stream wreck or another marine source is still unknown.
I want to also say that we don't have any evidence to support whether in fact that find is related to the oil spill. You know, people have their tendency of, sort of having their mind directed a particular way. But so far, we have no evidence that there is any connection, even though the item was found in the vicinity.
Police confirmed that around 2:40 p.m. on Sunday, 18 February 2024, a black plastic bag containing cocaine was found along the shoreline. Special Intelligence Units and the Tobago Divisional Task Force officers are conducting the investigation. Meanwhile, authorities continue to deal with the aftermath of the oil spill that has caused a grave impact on Tobago. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, the Senior Superintendent, Rodale Kirk, and the Tobago Officer of the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association, Braden Roberts, addressed the issue of school violence. This has come in light of the stabbing incident that occurred at the Signal Hill Secondary School last Friday. They're calling for greater intervention. Ariana Scipio has the report.
The victim of the stabbing incident that occurred at Signal Hill Secondary School last Friday is recovering. However, Senior Superintendent Rodale Kirk said the perpetrator is not in police custody, but the police are doing an investigation.
And very soon, I know a file will be forwarded to me, and then from there we will engage our legal officers to see what direction we need to go on completion of that investigation.
Kirk noted that many schools on the island have been affected by violence and a long-term approach is needed to remedy the problem. He said that they have tried policing the schools and collaborating with stakeholders.
Do that. What I want to urge in going forward is that this incident happened in the view of other students. I would like to see an intervention where these children could be exposed to counseling, even the teachers who witness it.
Kirk said the incident would be treated as a priority. Meanwhile, Tutor Tobago Officer Braden Roberts emphasized the need to put measures in place so that students would not choose violence. He said that violence will continue to happen if children do not have the right influence. He noted that children have become braver, even standing up to those in authority.
They have that level of bravery where the things we dare not do long time, to even speak to a teacher in a disrespectful manner, it is happening with such ease now. We're talking about greater security. That weapon could have been thrown over the fence at any area of the school and they collect it afterwards.
He said increasing police and their resources would not solve the problem.
So we need to influence the mind, and for me, that's what education needs to start off addressing.
Roberts has been advocating for a change in the school's curriculum to facilitate all types of learning, which he thinks would lead to a better society. Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
Well, following the stabbing incident at Signal Hill Secondary School, a decision was made to host a meeting with relevant stakeholders on a way forward. The school issued an important notice calling all parents, past and present teachers, and alumni members to a special meeting. The meeting will occur on Tuesday, 20th February 2024 at 5 p.m. in the Cecil Dalrymple Hall. Well, in light of the incident, we took to the streets to find out your thoughts on what can be done to curb school violence. Here's what some of you had to say in our Tobago Says segment.
The lack of discipline is responsible. So any program, like back in the days we had to have scouts and cadets, military programs, would help a lot in the disciplining of the unruly youths of today, to the point where totally a draft system for the nation.
Well, I would say it starts from the home. Train up a child in the way they should grow, and when they get old, they shall never depart from it. And if they train them up in the right way, all the school violence and the bullying in school will stop.
Well, long time we used to have prefects. I don't even think the system has prefects again. But yes, that should work. That will work if we bring some more prefects and safety officers in school.
I find parents must sit down, talk to their children and tell them what's going on, and they put Jesus with them. Get up, pray with them and tell them about Jesus, and let them control themselves when they go to school, because charity begins at home and ends abroad.
No, the government had to put things strictly in place, especially the children and them who don't want to learn, who doing unjust and fighting and amongst one another, or they stay home, come out of school. Who want to learn, let us stay and learn.
Well, they already take away corporal punishment, so beyond that, I don't even know what they could implement that would help. I don't know what kind of social programs they could implement within the schools.
Better parenting, because most of the children, they're leaving from home with knives, and parents not really checking the bag, they're not paying attention to them, so that causing it.
Stop bullying, stop picking on one another, stop fighting, stop using obscene language in school, pay attention, do all miss work, and always get straight A's.
We'll take a short break and come back with more. Stay tuned.
Hello everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Builders General Hardware, located right here in Tobago, local road, Tobago. That's correct, right here in Tobago. And we are offering you guys the best prices on all hardware material. And if you would like to get your free quotation done, all you have to do is WhatsApp us at 272-1990, and we will give you guys the best prices on all hardware material. That is a guarantee, as we are matching or beating any quotations.
Your destiny. The best way to predict it is to create it. Do you see yourself exploring exotic destinations or spending quality time with family? However you see yourself, create your own retirement destiny with Tata Life's Destiny Personal Savings Booster. Choose from one of 3 investment options with guaranteed minimum investment returns to secure a monthly retirement income for life, with the option to choose your retirement age. So what's your retirement destiny? Call 62-TATIL or visit tatil.co.tt to learn more today. Conditions apply. Tatil Life, a member of the Answer McCall Group.
Welcome back. Lambo fishermen are among those most impacted by the ongoing oil spill from the wrecked Gulfstream vessel outside of Cove. While it appears that the leak is slowing down and there is progress in containment efforts, already escaped fuel-like substances continue to wash ashore on Lambo Beach, continuously hampering efforts. Reporter Candice Jackson visited Lambo and brings us this story.
The shores of Rockley Bay in Scarborough might be mostly cleaned up, but Lambo remains ground zero as a fuel-like substance continues to wash ashore. For Lambo fishermen like Edwin Wanklisoon and Russell Ramsing, the 13-day ordeal is heartbreaking.
As you could see, this is my fishing vessel here. Well, I'm very frustrated about the situation because I can't go through the oil to go in the sea.
My heart hurt, the shoreline going through.
Despite positive efforts to contain the fuel-like substance around the Gulf Stream wreck, the fuel remains in the sea and among the rocks alongside the coastline. As the tide changes, the fuel is brought to shore. Cleaning it from the rocks is even more challenging because accessing the area by land or sea is dangerous. Meanwhile, according to floor member of the Lambo Fisherfolk Association, Krishna Thomas, the stained rocks means bad news for the fishing industry.
The rocks does gather moss. Bait fish does feed off the moss. Bigger fish feed off the bait fish, and we catch the bigger fish.
There is the option of going to other bays to fish, but first their vessels must be sanitized from the fuel-like substance, and they must become familiar with another fishing ground. Additionally, when Lambo's shoreline is cleaned up and they have the all clear to use it again,
instead of spending $1,000 in gas for the day or $2,000, we're going to be having to spend more because here what? We'll have to leave from Lambo and travel to Plymouth or up Castara to catch bait.
they are at a loss as to what to do because their income is negatively affected.
My sailors and them vex with me right now because we can't go see how we money coming in. We have children to mind too.
The only assistance the fishermen is currently receiving is from the All Tobago Fisherfolk Association, but it is small. Opposition MP for Couva North, Ravi Ratiram, wants the central government to intervene.
To institute a compassionate grant for the fisher folks of Tobago to assist these fisher folks and to assist the families of these fisher folks.
In the meantime, it is still going to be a while longer before Lambo fishermen can return to plying their trade. I am Candice Jackson reporting from Lambo Beach for Tobago Updates Television News.
The Secretary of the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, Tasha Boris, addressed the issue that the minority leader, Kelvin Morris, raised last Friday about the number of tourists that visited the island in January. Last week, Friday, Morris accused Boris of not being honest about an increase in international visitors to Tobago for the month of January. But Boris is standing by her figures, noting that this was one of the best cruise ship seasons that the island has had.
And somebody want to tell me about numbers, what is your issue? Did I invent those people? Are they ghosts? Did they jump on the ship while it was on the way to Tobago like barnacles or something?
She said Morris should have given better constructive criticism during his minority media briefing last Friday. Well, Minority Leader Kelvin Morris declared that Tourism Secretary Tasha Boris is unsuitable for service because he said she could not provide an intellectual response when he asked her about the precise number of tourists who landed in Tobago in January. Reporter Tanika Cruikshank has the details.
On Wednesday, 14th February 2024, the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation reported a 27.9% increase in international visitors to the island in January 2024 when compared to the same period last year. The release noted that approximately 27,899 people visited the island. This figure is being challenged by Minority Leader Kelvin Morris, who responded to a video Tashia made on Sunday. During a lunchtime live video, Morris questioned if the Tourism Secretary would have counted visitors whether they came off the ship or stayed on.
That unless you disembark and come on the island, you are not a visitor. And if we are to accept that fact, then it means that the secretary and all who would have colluded to provide us with this information would have in fact misled us, would have in fact misrepresented what is the truth.
Morris is also asking if there has been an increase in international spending in Tobago as a result of the increased number of visitors.
How many of those persons who came on the cruise ship actually came off the ship and contributed to the economy of Tobago? Because ultimately, put the numbers aside, when you're talking tourism, you're in the business of getting people to spend foreign currency in your local economy.
Based on his research, the accommodation sector in Tobago is struggling.
So how could we be celebrating having over 27,899 visitors when your accommodation sector is struggling and is not reflecting that level of business?
On Sunday, the tourism secretary said she is standing by her figures. Tanika Cruikshank, Tobago Updates Television News.
Our sport report is next. Stay close.
At JK Tech, we bring technology to your doorstep. From cutting-edge laptops to reliable printers, we've got it all. Nationwide delivery and a new website for easy online ordering. JK Tech is your one-stop shop for your electronics and computer needs. Carrying top brands such as Acer, Samsung, HP, and much more. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram at JKTechTT or visit jktechtt.com. Quality tech is just a click away. JK Tech. Evaluate your shopping experience, your tech, your way. Call or WhatsApp 383-2651. Shop smart, shop JK Tech.
Tobago Glass Supplies has been a leading name for over 37 years in the glass and aluminum market in Tobago. We provide an extensive range of high-quality, innovative aluminum and glass products for commercial and residential use. Competitive prices with superior and professional services by committed employees who are guided by rigid quality standards. Tobago Glass Supplies specializes in the manufacture and installation of glass and aluminum products that are essential to today's homeowners and the business environment. We are engaged in marketing, sales, and installation of a variety of products. These ranges from windows and doors to necessities such as mirrors for homes and vehicles, designed and manufactured in-house or imported.
Everyone, it's your boy Harry here from Authentic Car Clinic, located right here in Tobago at Tobago Local Road. You can WhatsApp us or call us at 366-4173.
Welcome to a sport report. Well, interest is growing in a new sport in Tobago called Footletics, a combination of football and track events introduced by clubs. It's catching on among footballers and track athletes. Marcus Daniel has more insight in this report.
Now, we have heard about athletics, but have you heard about Footletics? This unique activity saw an environment created in which track athletes and footballers shared the same space. Rising Superstars Phoenix and Combined Ballers Academy spearheaded the initiative. Technical Director of Combined Ballers, Rhoda Burke, gave an overview of the event held at the Corner Recreation Ground.
Many athletes can't play football, and then we have many footballers who are great athletes. And for the past month, going to the Intercolony Stadium, I've been looking at the athletes and looking at how they place in races, and I would have seen most of the footballers are the ones who winning, sometimes second place, are actually who are doing well in those track and field events. So I brainstormed a little bit and decided that, hey, we must find something to get that perfect environment, because sometimes you want to play another sport, you want to be multidisciplined, but where's the avenue?
After brainstorming, Burke realized there was not a structured avenue for multisport athletes.
So I brainstormed a little bit and decided that, hey, we must find something to get that perfect environment, because sometimes you want to play another sport, you want to be multidisciplined, but where's the avenue? Sometimes you're focused on whether you are doing athletics, you're doing track, you're doing what have you, playing football, you're a netballer. Most times you don't have the inclusion. Somebody have to make that scenario. So we have to make it a day that we have athletics and then we will play football.
The day's activities saw close to 60 participants competing in different age groups, involving multiple races and field events. In the over 15-100 flat, Nathaniel McLawrence blazed victory, leaving Gloria Henry and Nishawn Russell in her tracks. In another hotly contested race, the 400 meter, Kiana Duke was the victor, with Akila Aku and Felicia Jacob finishing second and third respectively. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
Well, Defence Force FC crumbled when they faced Tobago's 1976 FC Phoenix in the Trinidad and Tobago Football Association Premier League. FC Phoenix scored 2 spectacular goals and successfully prevented Defence Force from scoring any goals at all. With the details, has Marcus Daniel once again.
Well-rested 1976 FC Phoenix stunned the Trinidad and Tobago Premier Football League Tier 1 defending champions Defence Force with a 2-0 result at the Dwight York Stadium on Sunday. The 2-week carnival festivities break seemed to have rejuvenated the 8th place Phoenix, who looked energized and unsung from the first whistle. The home team out-hustled the usually sharp Army men and broke the deadlock in the 9th minute. The build-up started with the impressive Adriel George holding off his markers and driving through the middle with a threatening run before laying it off to Jarrell Arthur, who unselfishly picked out Chavin Caesar at the near post. George proved to be a handful for the visitors with his pace, getting behind the defense in the 32nd minute before his shot was blocked. Fast forward to the 38th minute, an errant back pass allowed a quick thinking Jarrell Arthur to lob Army's custodian, who was caught off his line. The Army had a good argument for a penalty in the 58th minute when the ball appeared to have come off the arm of a Phoenix player in the area. Referee Keon York saw it differently. Chavin Caesar was in on goal in the 68th minute and by his standards should have extended Phoenix's lead, but his shot went wide without troubling the goalkeeper. Tempers flared in the 71st minute following this infringement on Arthur, resulting in Army being reduced to 10 players. Phoenix soon got jealous and were also reduced to 10 men when Andel Brown received a second yellow for this crunching tackle. The final kick of the match came off the boot of the league leading scorer, Michael Jem Gordon, who saw his shot on goal kept out by the crossbar. Despite the win, their 4th of the season, the Canaan-based Phoenix remains 8th on the 11-team table with 13 points. Defence Force dropped to 4th with 20 points. The league is led by AC Port of Spain with 26 points. Marcus Daniel, Tobago Update Sports.
And that's it for Sport Report. More news right after this.
Rotisserie, mouth-watering fries, salads, combos, and specials galore. Feeling for something to eat? Come and see. Our rotisserie is seasoned to the T. Kicking chicken, masala, and jerk roast. Crispy fries made from scratch. Who do you know can beat that? Or salads freshly cut and packed. When you taste it, you'll be wanting to come back. So come check us out on number 2 Robinson Street, Uptown Scarborough, Tobago. We open on Saturday nights from 7:30 to 11:30 p.m. Monday to Thursday, we're open from 10 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. and on Friday, 10 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Contact us at 772-7443 and all social media handles at The Rotisserie Factory.
Hey, hello guys, welcome. Come have a seat. Oh, this is so stylish and I love the fabric. Darlings, you must tell us where you got your new furnishings.
We got them locally at Standard. They've got new chic European furniture, crafted from high quality material.
Oh, Standard?
No, it's Standard, their brand new Hive collection.
Experience luxurious European furniture at a price you will love. The Hive collection, now exclusively available at Standard.
Welcome back. Well, today the Tobago Hospitality and Tourism Institute hosted a send-off ceremony for their students who will be volunteering at the South Beach Wine and Food Festival in Miami. Acting CEO of THGI, Curtin Sorias, and the Secretary for the Division of Education, Research and Technology, Zarisha Hackett, shared some remarks at the event. Ariana Scipio has the story.
The South Beach Wine and Food Festival is a 4-day event where many culinary experts offer different dishes and wines. Acting CEO of THTI, Curtin Sarias, said this opportunity will allow students to network with their peers and work directly with renowned chefs, gaining industry and network experience.
A study tour to the South Beach Wine and Food Festival offer excellent opportunities for our students to engage with culinary arts, tourism, culture, and entrepreneurship.
He shared that last year, students went to the Barbados Food and Rum Festival and hopes there will be more opportunities like these. Secretary for the Division of Education, Zarisha Hackett, said that this opportunity represents a significant milestone in the pursuit of excellence within the local hospitality and tourism industry.
I extend my heartfelt gratitude to THTI for organizing this remarkable initiative. Your dedication to providing our students with an immersive learning experience is a commendable one and reflects your commitment to advancing the standards of hospitality education here in Tobago.
She revealed that she would be joining the participants on this trip. Students Nikisha Henry and Jerome Andrews shared their thoughts on being a part of the study tour.
I'm feeling kind of excited and nervous at the same time, and going to the study tour I expect to gain more experience with stuff concerning culinary and different foods out there.
It's really a great initiative, to see that it's my second term at hotel school here, and I'll be embarking on a trip where when I return, I know I will bring back a lot of experience, which will help me along my career.
Ariana Scipio, Tobago Updates Television News.
In a 46-minute-long Facebook Live, Councillor Tasha Boris, Secretary for the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation, spoke out about her frustrations and aspirations for Tobago's future regarding tourism. Speaking from Jamaica, where she attended the Global Tourism Resilience Conference, Boris spoke openly about the island's challenges and successes. Teresa Phillips has more.
Councillor Boris lamented feeling constrained by the diplomatic nature of her role as secretary, expressing a desire to speak freely about the issues facing Tobago.
This is my life, and I feel I could come on here and talk the things, I realize everybody these days talking the things, but I think I was one of the original talking the things people. So I come on here to talk the things, right?
She emphasized her commitment to promoting Tobago internationally, noting the island's potential for success.
And I start to tell them all the great things about Tobago. All the beautiful things. And some people back home will have all you believe in that nothing is happening in Tobago. Nothing good is happening in Tobago. But every time we take one step forward for good, people try to drag us 10 steps back. And I'm telling you, I'm not responding to negativity. Because I'll have to listen to it. And you see this up here? I just protect this.
Highlighting the disconnect between Tobago's positive developments and negative perceptions, Boris urged Tobagonians to unite in support of the island's growth.
We can't say we want tourism and we have a problem with customer service. We can't do that. Everywhere I've gone, polite, everybody, you could go here, look, this is a taxi driver, if you want a tour, this is a tour. Everybody's falling over themselves to be nice to me. They don't know who I am, they don't know what position I hold, and that's important. They treat everybody like a king or queen when they come. We have to adopt that same attitude.
She called for a collective effort to promote positivity and celebrate the island's unique culture.
We can't say we want tourism and we're trying to scam people. We can't say we want tourism and we fighting one another and we amplifying the negativity in the space. Imagine a visitor Googling Tobago. Some of the things that person will be exposed to. And it's coming from our own local people. We amplify the bacchanal. We amplify the negative. We have to stop that.
Boris underscored the need for improvement from Tobagonians, noting the detrimental impact on the island's reputation and identity. She emphasized the importance of embracing and spreading Tobago love. Trevicia Phillips, Tobago Updates Television News.
Frog tongues are in Tobago proving quite useful as cleanup efforts continue at the beaches affected by the fuel-like substance. According to an update from the director of the Tobago Emergency Management Agency, Alan Stewart, the frac tanks provided by Tiger Tanks Trinidad Limited are making it easier for crews to suction up the fuel-like substance from the water and store without risk of contamination. In the meantime, the final anchors were placed to secure the oil booms in place around the Gulf Stream wreck in Cove for containment and easier siphoning. On land, Stewart is pleased with the progress thus far. Despite the challenging situation, he praised the volunteers coming forward from all sectors within Tobago, Trinidad and outside the country. He's particularly excited about the volunteer assistance from Petroglass, a Brazilian company. Meanwhile, the TEMA director commended the business sector for coming forward and assisting with much-needed supplies, particularly cleaning agents and PPEs. He says more is needed but remains grateful for what has been received to date. They continue to prioritize areas near the affected schools so that students can return to classes and areas where pockets of the fuel-like substance are pooling against the rocky shoreline. And now for the weather report from the T&T Met Office. Tonight, expect generally fair and hazy conditions with the occasional brisk shower. Temperatures will drop to approximately 25 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow, anticipate generally sunny and hazy weather, occasionally breezy despite a low chance of isolated showers. A mild concentration of Saharan dust is present in the atmosphere and sensitive individuals should take necessary precautions. Temperatures are forecasted to reach up to 32 degrees Celsius with a heat index of 35 degrees. Seas are moderately rough with waves reaching up to 2 meters in open waters and below 1.3 meters in sheltered areas. Sunrise is at 6:22 and sunset at 6:11. And that's how we end this evening's newscast. Let's recount the headlines before we go. 0.5 million in cocaine drift ashore. Lambo fishermen are still unable to fish. Signal Hill Secondary to host stakeholder meeting after stabbing incident. And in sport, there's a growing interest in Footletics in Tobago. I'm Patricia Nicholson Richards, thanking you so much for joining us and wishing you a good night.